हाय सैसी लेडी। हम में से ज्यादातर हर वुमन को हमेशा ये बताया जाता है कि हाउ वी आर नॉट गुड इनफ। हम एक बार फेल होते हैं तो बोल दिया जाता है कि व्हाई डिड यू इवन ट्राई, इट वाजंट योर प्लेस एनीवे। ऐसी बातों के बीच में अगर आप अपना बिजनेस करना चाहते हैं, चाहे कितना भी बड़ा या छोटा हो, तो भी मोस्ट पीपल डिस्करेज अस। इन्हीं चीजों को देख के हमारी आज की गेस्ट रोशनी खन्ना ने वुमेन के लिए एक प्लेटफॉर्म बनाया जहां वो रिसोर्सेज और हेल्प पा सकती हैं बहुत सारा सपोर्ट दूसरी वुमेन एंटरप्रेन्योर्स का। ये प्लेटफॉर्म है वी ट्राइब। और इफ यू रिमेम्बर, मैंने जुलाई में एक कोर्स करने के लिए ब्रेक लिया था। ये कोर्स था ग्रोथ क्वेस्ट, जिसमें रोशनी वाज वन ऑफ द मेंटर्स। आई इंटरव्यूड हर वे बिफोर आई टुक द कोर्स एंड आई barely knew her back then. After talking to her, I found her to be a very generous, honest, and inspiring person. This episode is for you. चाहे आप entrepreneur बनना चाहती हो या नहीं. The messages here are for every woman. So, let's begin.
Hey there, welcome to Little Fixes, a podcast for the sassy, classy, and a little choosy Bhartiya Nari. This is Macleod. मैं और मेरे गेस्ट शेयर करते हैं सिंपल प्रैक्टिकल आइडियाज जो आप इजीली फॉलो कर सकते हैं to get closer to the kind of life you want to live. We talk about career, self-care, social media tips, parenting, relationships, and so much more to help you thrive. All of this is mixed with a lot of laughter. So, my lovely friend, continue what you're doing and join me in this real talk.
Hi Roshni, welcome to Little Fixes. I'm really thrilled to have you here.
Hi Maitri, thank you so much for the opportunity.
So Roshni is the founder of We Tribe, which is a community of women entrepreneurs. She is also a business consultant and trainer. So Roshni, we'd like to know more about you. What's your story?
Wow. So thank you so much for this chance of coming to your podcast and sharing my journey with your listeners. So prior to V Tribe and being a business consultant and trainer, the journey has been absolutely thrilling and exciting, if I may say so. It started from someone who was confused between commerce and science in 11th and 12th to then becoming an engineer who pursued electronics and telecommunication and landed up being a software engineer with one of the biggest MNCs in India.
Okay.
So that's how the journey started. And I think that's how the journey starts for most of Indian students.
Yes.
They either land up being engineers or doctors. The confused lot, I may say.
Yes.
Post which I typically worked there for 2 years. I realized that I'm not someone who's going to sit behind the computer screen for 12 hours and write a code. I'm rather someone who would stand on a stage and talk to 1,000 people. And that's where the true journey actually started. I went on to choose between Masters of Science in, a degree course in the United States versus an MBA in India from, a school which possibly not many people know.
Okay.
After applying to some of the best universities in US, I took a call that I'm not going to do Masters of Science.
Okay.
And again, a stepping stone in life. Yes. And one of the best decisions that I took of not pursuing a career which would again land me in a job where I would be coding and sitting behind a computer screen for 12 hours. Right. So universe has its own way of testing, whether you know yourself well enough. So I went on to doing my master's in business administration and marketing as domain. And I came out with flying colors. I got a lot of time on stage, reading poetries, speaking to an audience, speaking to my professors, being the Miss Personality in my college, which is one of the highlights of my life.
Okay.
And post which I was given the opportunity of, again, making a choice. So I am the only student in the college with 2 offers. And rules were broken, and I'm very humbled when I say that. So again, a choice of what route do you choose? So I chose again. I went with my instincts and my gut feeling, and I went ahead and chose a job which was utilizing not only my marketing skills but my creative skills and my speaking skills as well. So I became a key account manager in a software product company.
Okay.
So when I look back from there, I realize why did I do engineering and why did I become a software engineer, and then why did I choose marketing, because all the dots started connecting. Post which I decided to take a break because again life was changing, and the next job gave me an opportunity to go one level up and become a sales manager, a regional sales manager, again in another software company. So the journey was more into software product marketing, sales, right? And I went on and on and on until I landed up in a job which was uh, really not meant for a person like me, and made me question my purpose on life, like purpose of life. And again, it was time to make a choice. And I always wanted to be an entrepreneur and all by myself and see, what is my genius, if I may say so. And I think sometimes good things are wrapped in bad rappers.
Not so good rappers, maybe.
Not so not so good rappers, and that job definitely was one because it helped me take that leap of faith and start my own venture.
Right.
And I just knew that I wanted to work in the space of women empowerment. That was the only so at that point in time, those were the two words that helped me move forward. And I started my first company, which is a merchandise brand in India, which is the first of its kind, which is called as Ovumanya. And Ovumanya is the first merchandise brand in India that celebrates gender equality, feminism, and stands up for the pride community.
Okay.
So the journey started from there. From there, I got opportunity to sell on Amazon. Amazon team recruited me as a training consultant. After recruiting me as a training consultant, I started my own consultancy as a trainer. I built my own modules. I was approached by people to train for their companies, which I did. And I was approached by my students to become a private consultant with them.
Okay.
So one after the other, again, the dots started really connecting. And today I have projects in hand. I work as a business consultant and trainer. I of course still have my brand Omanya, and I'm waiting for the lockdown to open so that we start selling again. And so We Tribe happened in the process of the product brand and becoming a trainer and consultant. So We Tribe, I would say, is the brainchild of my 3-year-old journey of being an entrepreneur. And yeah, so We Tribe is basically a community of women business owners uplifting, supporting, and helping each other grow in business and otherwise.
Okay.
And
Okay.
yes, so that's the journey so far.
Okay. So what are the difficulties that women entrepreneurs face while trying to build their businesses, and that's what probably prompted you to start your own business.
Bang on. Absolutely.
सो वुमेन एंटरप्रेन्योर्स की बात हो रही है, और एज अ पर्सन जब मुझे किसी चीज़ में कुछ नया सीखना होता है, कुछ करना होता है, आई ऑलवेज लुक टुवर्ड्स बुक कि कौन सी बुक मैं अब नेक्स्ट पढ़ सकती हूँ. तो एज अ सक्सेसफुल एंटरप्रेन्योर हम ये जानना चाहेंगे सबसे पहले कि आपकी फेवरेट बुक कौन सी है फॉर एंटरप्रेन्योर्स.
So I think I completely buy your point that books are truly guidelines to what's next in life. So I think for me, entrepreneurship is the expression of who I am as a person. And so being a gorgeous human being is more important than being a successful entrepreneur for me. And the book that I have read almost every day since I have met this book is From Where You Are to Where You Want to Be by Jack Canfield.
Okay.
And the book is pretty transformational. It's not a self-help book, but it is really guidelines to how you transform yourself individually and every project that you pick up.
Okay. Sounds like a must read. I will definitely read it.
It's a book one should read every single day. even
Read
if
it
it's just
every
one.
day. You have been reading it since years, every day.
So wherever, whenever, I'm
Uh-huh.
like, I'm stuck and I'm not able to solve a situation or a challenge, or even trying to break a pattern of my own.
Okay.
It's the red book. I call it the red book because it's red in color, the cover page. I
Okay.
go back to that and I've gifted this book, I don't know to how many people.
Okay, wonderful.
Yeah.
Okay, now let's move to deeper conversations about entrepreneurship landscape in India, because obviously हर जगह startups का है culture. लोगों को लगता है कि we can start a business, और बहुत
Yes.
years से I think ये जो startup term है, I started hearing it when I was in college.
Okay.
फिर और initially I think we used to associate it with mostly tech related companies. और अब तो बहुत ज़्यादा एक्सपेंशन है, हर चीज़ एक स्टार्टअप है. आई थिंक हर बिजनेस का होता है, हम लोग बोलते हैं कि दिस इज अ स्टार्टअप. तो अकॉर्डिंग टू यू, व्हाट्स द लैंडस्केप, व्हाट आर द अपॉर्चुनिटीज फॉर aspiring entrepreneurs in India right now?
So I think there's India as a landscape has a lot of talent, because we come from a culture of jugaad. And we have people who sell tea and make money, and we have people who sell vada pav and make massive money. So while entrepreneurship or startups is a very glorified terminology
Right.
of doing business, okay, but India has always been a country where it belongs to business owners, and the culture of jobs came into being when Britishers came into India. Otherwise, we are a country of ideas and we are a country of creativity and jugaad. So the landscape has always been there for startups. It's just that we've put uh, a few tech startups, if I may say so, on the
Yes.
pedestal,
Right.
and we've made the whole game of business, uh, more glamorous, and it's always been there according to me. And so I am a Sindhi, and Sindhis are known for their business acumen and doing business
Yes.
as an absolute lineage for centuries, right?
Right.
So currently, I think, like I said, it's more glamorous, and it's all about VCs, and it's all about investment, and it's about 10x growth, 100x, 1000x. What I when I think of entrepreneurship, I think of people who could make a difference, and not just people who could make money.
Right.
So,
Right.
so for me, ideas or business or ventures, if they aren't really creating an impact, or they don't have a sense of purpose, I, as an entrepreneur, do not connect to those businesses.
राइट राइट. इवन आई थिंक फिर जो उनका टारगेट ऑडियंस है वो भी कहीं ना कहीं उनसे कनेक्ट करना बंद कर देगा, या तो इनिशियली नहीं कनेक्ट करेगा, एंड इफ दे आर नॉट ट्रू टू देयर पर्पस,
Yeah.
देयर विल नॉट बी मच सक्सेस मोस्टली.
So I think there are all kinds of people. So there are people who are purpose driven, and there are people who don't have a purpose. There are people who are behind money, and there are people who are behind fame, and there are people who are behind glamour, and then there are people who are wanting to bring an impact and transformation. So there are all kind of people, and everyone has a target audience, and that's the beauty of entrepreneurship, that you will always have takers.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So what is We Tribe?
So We Tribe is, as the name goes, is a community where we tribe, and we walk hand in hand, and we help each other grow. We Tribe is the short form of a community of women entrepreneurs. So it calls itself as Women Entrepreneurs Tribe, a community of women in business, and help each other grow their businesses through multiple aspects of networking, of sharing their accolades, sharing their challenges, sharing references, storytelling, and just being there for each other in challenging times like we are in right now.
Okay.
So, hence We Tribe.
Okay. And like for being a part of Women Entrepreneurs Tribe, is there any requirement other than obviously you have to be an entrepreneur? how do you pick women that can be a part, or there is no such discrimination or something?
So I think it's a very open platform, and we are looking for women who can contribute. So there are a lot of communities. So there are two kind of people. One are the givers and one are the takers.
Right.
We are definitely looking for people who are ready to be givers first. So that's the only bifurcation, and I know there's no way to find that out.
Right.
But as per my experience of building the tribe, the people who are only the takers make space for the new ones, and that happens almost automatically.
ओके ओके, तो यही चीज है जो पर्पस की बात अभी हम लोग पहले कर रहे थे कि ऑब्वियसली मनी इज अ पर्पस एंड बीइंग आफ्टर मनी इज नॉट अ बैड थिंग, वी ऑल नीड मनी,
Absolutely.
बट उसके पीछे हर किसी का एक ग्रेटर पर्पस होता है जिसे कहते हैं वाई, फाइंडिंग योर वाई। तो वो चीज से निकल के अगर आप आ रहे हो देन यू आर डेफिनेटली अ गिवर फर्स्ट।
Absolutely. Very, very beautifully put. Absolutely.
काफी सेल्फ हेल्प पढ़ लिया है। So why did you feel the need for such a tribe?
So, like you just said, that I think we mentioned this in the earlier conversation, that my 3 years of building the brand and being a training consultant with companies and then being a consultant, I realized that I'm also a solo entrepreneur. So I realized that I need a team whom I can brainstorm with. I, as a solo entrepreneur, would have challenge in building a team. Number 3 is, of course, the finances involved. Number 4 is the real estate. So as a solopreneur, whatever challenges I faced in my journey, I really wanted to solve that for every other woman in business. And the outcome of which is We Tribe. So it's actually the child of my entrepreneurial journey. And if you actually, since you're a part of We Tribe, you sense how we come forth and try and help each other out.
Yes, yes, yes. That's wonderful. Actually, this is a beautiful thing, you know, कि आपको लगा कि इस चीज़ की ज़रूरत है and you started it out rather than इधर उधर ढूंढने के कि मैं कहाँ से help ले सकती हूँ. Obviously, we all need support, but starting it on your own is a big deal and you did it and you're doing it successfully, which is commendable.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I'm glad to know that it's making a difference.
Yes, it is. And how the tribe helps aspiring women entrepreneurs. What are some ways that women can benefit from the tribe and they can benefit the tribe, like other participants of the tribe, other members?
So, I really believe that each one of us is so gifted and so wise. And I'm just trying to tap into that wisdom of the community. So I know you're a new entrant into the community, but you may have seen that a lot of times I'm just watching what people are doing and not doing anything. That's because I want women to just gang up and help each other in whichever way possible. So I'm not writing any guidelines for that. And whether you ask for a reference, whether you ask for help, whether you ask for tools, whether Maitri asks a Roshni for a podcast, whether Roshni asks Maitri for handling her social media. So there are umpteen possibilities. Whether we go live and do an interview with why Maitri is doing these podcasts. Right? So the world is the platform where we can stand up and help each other and use the wisdom. So there are people who are young entrepreneurs and there are people who are business owners for 30 years. Just imagine the power when these two people come together.
Right. And अभी मैंने देखा था रिसेंटली कि आपने और प्रीति ने मिलकर, प्रीति को मेरे मोस्टली लिसनर्स जानते हैं, 8 Things by प्रीति, तो आप दोनों ने मिलकर भी कुछ कोर्स स्टार्ट किया है। जो वो आपका कोर्स है, हम थोड़ा सा उसके बारे में भी जरूर जानना चाहेंगे।
So absolutely. So I actually met Preeti through another member of the community, and I met that member through one of my friends. So like I say, the dots always connect to make a pattern that makes sense as we move forward, and that's what Steve Jobs has said in his interview. So Preeti, I'd invited her to take a workshop for the tribe, and she took that workshop, and it got a very good response, and people had a lot of questions to ask her, and we kind of spoke about it, and she said that how do I even reply to these people one on one? So this new workshop that we are building, where I will be taking care of building vision boards, knowing the life purpose for these business people, and helping them set and achieve their goals through the tools that I talk about. And Preeti is going to be leading the social media marketing bit, the content calendar bit, and the tools for helping them to becoming champions at social media marketing, lead generation. So it is the brainchild of We Tribe. So We Tribe actually motivated the two of us to come together, because one of my other workshops, which was the vision board and the life purpose exercise, got immense feedback, immensely appreciated. So we thought, if people are seeking this individually, why not come together and offer it as a package? And together we basically understand their purpose. We get into building the vision boards, where of course even social media and business is a major part of it. And then we deep dive into tools. So it's a complete journey for a business owner. So hence we're doing this.
ग्रेट एक्चुअली. और अच्छा, ये जो आपका वर्कशॉप है, इसको कोई भी ज्वाइन कर सकता है, लाइक इवन इफ दे आर नॉट business owner right now, but they want to own a business, they want to start a business. Is it for them also?
100%. 100%. So I wouldn't even just limit it to business owners. I'll tell you why. So tomorrow, if there's a person who wants to write a book, right? So he or she becomes a writer, may not envision himself or herself as a business owner, but even a writer needs a social media account and needs to become an influencer. And for a writer, there's no point of writing a book that nobody reads.
Right.
So you need to have that part on your vision board as to when is it that you're going to publish, and by which date, how many copies are you going to sell. So it's a workshop which is, again, it's wisdom that we are going to give out. It's up to people, how do they use it.
Perfect.
And we'll be there guiding them, holding their hands to make it happen. So it's a 1 month hand holding exercise.
Okay. तो I think मेरे भी जो listeners हैं, उनमें से some of them are business owners, or they want to start their business. कुछ start करते हैं, फिर they're like नहीं हो पाएगा. तो I think जो ये आपकी workshop है, जो ये tribe है, it can definitely help them.
Absolutely.
Definitely check out that course. I will link that in the show notes, जिससे कि आप जाके देख सकें, और अगर आपको लगता है कि it is something that can benefit you, then इसको चेक आउट कीजिए और इसको ज्वाइन कीजिए. ओके रोशनी, अगर कोई एंटरप्रेन्योर है, वुमेन एंटरप्रेन्योर है, जो आज स्टार्ट कर रही है अपना बिजनेस, व्हाट वुड यू सजेस्ट हर, व्हाट वुड यू एडवाइस हर?
It's very important for a woman to first love herself and know her power. Okay? There's a reason to it, because we're so much into loving everyone else.
Yes.
That we don't look into the mirror. And because we don't look into the mirror, we do not know our capacity and our power. And which is why a lot of women do not chase or do not live their highest possible life. A life which is full of their dreams and their visions and what they intend to do.
Right.
It could be a business, it could be a tribe, it could be a podcast, it could be a social media account, it could be a poetry book, it could be a cookery class.
Yes.
It could be one of the most simplest expression of who that person is.
Yes. Whatever makes your juices flow. But आपको पता होना चाहिए कि आप क्या करना चाहते हो. Clarity भी तभी आएगी when you give time to yourself.
Absolutely. So for a woman entrepreneur, number one, to stand in your own power is the most important thing. Number two, do not expect that anybody will support you. Number three, including your family and your friends, Number three, and that goes for any entrepreneur, not just a woman. Number three is, you are always guided by your instinct or your intuition or your gut feeling. So as a business owner, I feel it's very important to know what's the driving force, to take the right business decisions or to take the right life decisions.
Right.
And to jump into business is one of the biggest life decisions a person can ever make. Number four, before you get into anything, research.
Right.
And this is something we really miss out on because we're so emotional that we jump and then we realize that
It is not viable.
it's not working. Yeah. Number five, after you research, please, if you think you need help, seek out help. Shout out for help. Go to your alumni network, go to your peer network, go to your ex-company bosses, go to people who've ventured newly into business, go to anyone who is ready to help.
Right.
Learn, learn, learn. Upskill, upskill, upskill. And one step at a time.
Right. I think learning is very important. हम लोगों को लगता है यार अब सब आ गया है, या फिर अभी मैंने ये कोर्स कर लिया था, अब इसके बाद मुझे कुछ नहीं सीखना, मुझे पता चल गया है. बट आई थिंक अगर आपको शायद टेक्निकल लेवल पे सब पता है तो आपको स्पिरिचुअल लेवल पे नहीं पता है. मतलब लाइफ के हर एरिया में हम लोग कुछ ना कुछ नया सीखते रहना चाहिए.
बिल्कुल सही बोल रहे हो आप. And life at the end of the day is not just business satisfaction. It is about, your family. It's about you. It's about spirituality. It's about society. It's about career. It's about finances and everything that's not finances. Right? And the world needs more happy people than successful people.
So true. और लोग भूल जाते हैं ये चीज.
बिल्कुल.
So tribe के future plans क्या हैं? How are you planning to expand it?
So that's a brilliant question you've asked me. So I really am right now watching what the community is doing and how are they contributing. What is it that's working and what is it that people are hooked on to. Right? So because if you see today we have a lot of communities, even on Facebook. I was just researching yesterday about entrepreneurs club, Women entrepreneurs community groups. I saw like 100 groups. So my question to my own self is why V-Tribe? Why would a member join a V-Tribe and not any other tribe? And if they are a part of 25 other tribes, then why would they talk about V-Tribe and not any other tribe? So I think growth is going to happen very organically. And I wouldn't want to come from a space of chasing members because I want to create so much. I wouldn't say I want to create so much value, but with the members, we all need to create such immense value that the community builds on itself. And today that we are, I think, around 160 members, I envision it to be 160,000 a year, and that needs to be organic.
Right. That's the best way.
That's definitely the plan.
Yeah, and it will materialize, I'm sure, because मैंने देखा है ट्राइब में, it is मतलब जब भी किसी को कोई भी हेल्प चाहिए होती है, I see how women jump in कि I can help you in this like this, because कोई भी ट्राइब है entrepreneurs की, उसमें obviously क्या बोलते हैं, सेम बिजनेस वाले लोग भी होंगे, right? But if they are a part of the same group, they have to support each other rather than कि सिर्फ मुझे अपना अपना देखना है.
और ऐसे लोग ग्रो भी होते हैं जो who come from a space of contributing.
Right.
There's somebody bigger who's contributing to their success.
Right.
So actually business is so I see spirituality and business very interlinked to each other. And so the better human you are, the better business person you are. And if you see the community or if you see V-Tribe, that's the foundation, which is we vibe together, hence we tribe together. Energy is matching, hence we are working together to help each other.
Yes. Even मुझसे ही कोई कह सकता है कि we are like 4-5 close friends, तो मैं हूँ, प्रीति है, 2 लोग और हैं. इसमें से हम लोगों का सोशल मीडिया में अपन 3 लोग तो हम लोग सोशल मीडिया वाले ही हैं, बट स्टिल वी आर थिक, मतलब वेरी गुड फ्रेंड्स. ऐसा नहीं है कि यार तीनों को एक ही काम चाहिए तो हम लोग लड़ रहे हैं. वी एक्चुअली सपोर्ट ईच अदर. एक दूसरे से पूछते हैं यार ये फेसबुक ऐड कैसे रन किया जाता है, ये कैसे करते हैं. मतलब ये नहीं होता कि अरे यार तुम भी तो वही करते हो तो तुम मेरे क्लाइंट ले लोगी, ऐसा कुछ होगा नहीं. इट डजंट हैपन. वही चीज है जो होनी जरूरी है, आई थिंक.
बिल्कुल. Bilkul. So there are two type of people, and after being in business or in the corporate world for so many years, I've realized that one is people who are the takers, like I said earlier, and one is the people who are the givers. So takers usually come from a space of lack or insecurity.
Yes, scarcity
And
mindset.
absolutely,
I'm reading a lot about it these days
absolutely.
because even I come from there. जब मैंने
We all come from
yes,
there.
yes,
We
I
all
agree.
come
और
from
पहले
there.
मुझे लगता था इसका शायद सिर्फ यही मतलब होता है कि जो रिसोर्सेज मुझे पता है वो मैं दूसरे के साथ क्यों शेयर करूं, नहीं तो वो मुझसे आगे निकल जाएगा. बट टुडे आई रेड अ पोस्ट, उसमें आई थिंक दे हैड 20-30 पॉइंट्स कि ये भी स्कार्सिटी माइंडसेट है, ये भी स्कार्सिटी माइंडसेट है. एंड आई वाज शॉक्ड कि नहीं, इट इज मच मच
Wow.
बिगर.
It's much bigger. And second are the people who are the givers, or people who are so secure in themselves that they come from a space of
Right.
abundance. So you have people from scarcity mindset, and then you have people who are in abundance mindset or who graduate from scarcity mindset to abundance mindset. So that's people like us, right, who are walking the path and who are wanting to share and contribute.
यस यस. ओके रोशनी, अब थोड़ा सा फन की बात करते हैं. आप हमें ये बताइए कि आपका ईमेल सिग्नेचर क्या होना चाहिए. लाइक नॉट द रियल वन, समथिंग विच एक्चुअली शुड बी योर ईमेल सिग्नेचर.
So, okay. So it needs to be funny or it can be naughty
It
as
can
well.
be anything.
I'm asking. It can be anything. It needs to be
Yes,
who I
yes.
am, right? So I could possibly write that I'm that girl who would ask you out on a coffee date and have the most naughtiest conversation.
सारे ईमेल सिग्नेचर पे लिख दो, बहुत सारे रिप्लाईज आएंगे.
But then I will choose not to reply to any.
Yes, that will happen also. Okay, Roshni, how will you describe yourself in 3 words?
Speaker. So I would say rather 3 words. Okay, so speaker includes motivation, inspiration, etc. Second, I would say leader and spiritual.
Okay, you are a spiritual leader and speaker.
And speaker. Actually, I am.
Yes. Wonderful. And what would you say to Roshni, who has just graduated, who just started her first job?
Lots. There's lots to talk. So I would definitely tell her that you have no idea what the ride is going to be like. So please wear your seatbelts and have a lot of fun and believe in your genius.
Right.
And know that the universe is having your back. Yeah.
If only we knew this when we were starting out. Okay.
But we know it now.
Yes.
We know it now.
Yes.
So, yeah.
I think it never works out. We cannot say never, but it seldom works out the way we envision when we are just starting out. हमें लगता है ऐसा करेंगे, but फिर कुछ और ही होता चला जाता है. And I think it's mostly for good, or maybe people say कि ये हमेशा ही अच्छे के लिए होता है.
So actually, it's what you believe in, and so Louise Hay, I follow Louise Hay a lot, and she is one of the best writers in the world, and she comes from a philosophy that your life is an expression of your thinking patterns. So we are actually creating our own lives. So if you're doing the podcast, you're doing this because this is what you thought years back, and it's happening for you now. And similarly, I always wanted to be an entrepreneur, and I don't know since when I was thinking, and now I am. So we're all creators of our own destiny, and when it starts happening, we fool ourselves by saying that I've not done it.
Basically, we should be kinder to ourselves.
So, again, so coming to Louise here, she says there are no shoulds or should nots in life.
Okay.
And so that's the second book, which is my favorite, which says you can heal your life. And it's a holistic book for life. It's, people call it a self-help book, but I think it's beyond. It's like a life book. And there Louise says that there are no shoulds, because whether it's right or wrong, it's okay, because we're always on the path of transformation. So if you don't know what life has in store for you, it's like the funny question you asked me.
Right. So, दो books हो गई हैं रोशनी की recommended, and I will link both of them in the show notes. Okay, Roshni, now tell us, how can a woman be a part of your tribe?
Very simple. So, you could write to us on the Instagram page, okay, and DM us basically.
What's your handle?
We've
What's
also
your handle?
shared.
What's the Instagram handle?
The handle is Ovumanya We Tribe. I think you can share the handle
Yes,
in the notes.
in the show notes and in the podcast description also.
Absolutely. And once you write into us, we will share a brief description about how you can join us and what's our purpose. So when it vibes with you, you can tribe with us.
Yes. The aspiring entrepreneurs, definitely check out Oh Womania We Tribe if you want to start your business, or if you have a business, if you want some guidance, if you want to guide others. There's so much that you can do. Roshni, thank you so much for your time and for inspiring women. I hope that this message reaches women who need to hear this and they find you.
Most welcome. And thank you so much for your kind invitation and for your time, your effort, and for doing what your heart says.
Oh, thank you so much.
I'm really proud of you, Maitri.
Whoa, how clear and inspiring she is. You can join the next batch of her course, Growth Quest, till 15 September 2020. उसका लिंक आपको डिस्क्रिप्शन एंड शो नोट्स में मिल जाएगा. रोशनी की फेवरेट बुक्स भी आई विल लिंक इन द शो नोट्स. एंड यस, आई एम नॉट एन एफिलिएट ऑफ द कोर्स एंड जस्ट वांट यू टू एक्सप्लोर योर एबिलिटीज विद सम अकम्प्लिश्ड वुमेन. और हाँ, थोड़ा सपोर्ट लिटिल फिक्सेस का भी कर दो बाय टेलिंग अबाउट अस टू योर फ्रेंड्स एंड फैमिली. इंस्टाग्राम पे @लिटिल पॉडकास्ट को शाउट आउट भी दे सकते हो, और आप कोरा हिंदी पे मेरा स्पेस लिटिल फिक्सेस ज्वाइन कर सकते हो. अब नेक्स्ट वेडनेसडे का वेट करो और सदा सैसी रहो. बाय.